rotation, yeah. Are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet? Wait, are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet? I live on 10. Wait, are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet? Hold up, the place up, the place up, the place up.
The Cavs secure the opening tip. They get it first as we're underway in Cleveland. To Green. Here comes the screen. James. To Mo Bamba. Nice pass. To get things going.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
To Beverly. Driving right to the basket. It goes down.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Ball in possession of Cleveland. James to Marcus Smart. It's James. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. Mitchell with the basketball. Down just a couple. James. Oh, I had him going there for a second. To James. Five seconds to shoot. To Marcus Smart. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark. Mitchell with it up top. They trail by 2. Count the bucket for 2.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
James.
Shoot it.
Fires the 3. And the rebound taken in by Beverly. And he's fouled. Davis going to the line for 2.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Knocks down the first. Two for 2 on that trip. Screen coming. Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
To Beverly. Here comes the screen. Beverly. The Bucks with 4 to shoot. Shot by Bogdanovich, no good.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Mike Budenholzer seen enough from this group. Here comes some changes. To Green. Deep 2 there, won't go.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
To Brogdon. Beverly. To Brogdon. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Short jumper stays out.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Marcus Smart. Green. From long range. And drains it.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up a three.
Beverly into the front court. 10-6 our score. To Davis. From the outside, no good. Here comes the screen. Shot clock winding down. Oh, he's 3 for 3 to start this game from downtown.
Nothing the defense is doing is making him uncomfortable. As an offensive guy, I love starting the game, finding my rhythm.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. To Beverly. To Miles Bridges.
Watch that cut.
Beverly. To Marcus Smart.
I'm here. I got ball.
2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Here comes the screen. Lee. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Here's a chance from long range. Had made his first 3, but that shot off the mark.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Oh, yeah. Me and you.
Goes to the left side. Lee. Off the iron. No good. The Bucks at the controls. Beverly. Down low for Len. From the painted area, won't go down.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Bulldog. Look, it ain't always going to be pretty, but this is a results-oriented business, and this dude will always give you a good ROI.
Here comes the screen. Five on the shot clock for Milwaukee. Has a look. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. And hits the first free throw.
Subbing in for the Milwaukee Bucks, number 10, Jason Tatum. Stepping in.
And he makes them both. Cavs at the controls. Here comes the screen. LeBron James. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Deep three at the buzzer. We played one here at Quicken Loans Arena with the Cavaliers leading the way. Jay and I back with more from Cleveland after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Beverly into the front court. His team down 9. Nothing going here on that drive. And scores.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's James controlling the offense. Lee. Cleaning the offensive glass. Collects the rebound. LeBron into the front court. Lead stands at 7. To Marcus Smart. Here comes the screen.
Big screen right there, big screen.
Lee to James.
Oh, you got the screen right, screen right, screen right.
Cavs with 4 to shoot. Lee to James. 4-3. Oh, LeBron James. Not much more the defense could have done. He hits the contested 3. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
And scores, plus the foul. Patented move for Anthony Davis, and a chance at 3.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Anthony Davis at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw good to cap off the 3-point play. That cuts it to a 7-point game. Cleveland has the basketball. Green to Lee. Here comes the screen. James to Lee. Here's LeBron for 2. LeBron James. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. The Bucks with 4 to shoot. Lets it fly from long range to James. Here comes the screen. James to Lee. Green. Draymond Green. He's 2 for 2 now.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Cruises inside for 2.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Across the timeline comes James. Lead stands at 10. To Lee. Green. Nothing going here on that drive. Chance here for LeBron. LeBron James. He's now 4 for 6.
Old school equals high percentage.
Bucks at the controls. Nothing going here on that drive. Mitchell, he'll take that any day.
I don't know how he saw his man out and cut like that, but that was nice.
Now a whistle, and Cleveland is going to use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. LeBron James. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Deep left corner.
Oh, yeah, you're too little.
Scores from the post.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
It's James controlling the offense to Marcus Smart. Screen coming.
Hey, watch the screen left.
James to Marcus Smart. Green. Now ready to shoot at the line.
You never really want to foul a shooter, but if you do, ensure they're going to have a tough time converting. That's good knowledge of personnel.
First one, count it. Second free throw off the mark. Still one to come. To Beverly. Gets it in the left corner. To Davis. Doesn't have the touch. No good. To James. The crossover. Gets inside. And the slam dunk.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Patrick Beverly has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 76% from the line. First try at the line, no good. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Cavaliers with the basketball. James to Lee. James to Lee. Anthony Davis sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
LeBron into the front court. His team leads it by 10. Green to James. For 3. Not going down here. Mitchell with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Another follow, no good. LBJ has it. To Green. Takes stock of the floor. Mo Bamba to James. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Beverly into the front court. Down a dozen. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
LeBron with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Green to Marcus Smart. To Green. Nothing going here on that drive. Draymond Green. 3 for 3 in this first half.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Long heave from 3/4 court. That'll do it for the first half. The Cavaliers have the lead.
It's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Cavaliers
Put together a nice half and were rewarded with a solid lead.
Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Bucks.
Have dug themselves a bit of a hole after 2 quarters.
They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. These are the guys getting buckets for the Milwaukee Bucks.
First half stats. Player of the half.
LeBron James was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half. And I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Beverly into the front court. His guys down by 9. Here comes the screen. To Beverly. Davis to Beverly. Beyond the arc for 3. The Cavs secure the rebound. Lee with the basketball. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. James to Marcus Smart. Has a chance. The screen sets him up for 2.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Beverly, they'll get it down to Davis. Draymond Green, snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Mitchell, textbook defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Stuffs it down with authority.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
To Beverly. Got it.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
LBJ to Lee.
I got ball.
James to Lee. Fires the 3. Not getting the bounce. The follow won't go either. Mitchell, tough matchup with Draymond Green. Cavs have it. They've recovered it. Green to Mo Bamba.
Big kick right there.
5 to shoot for Cleveland. James, he engulfed him that time.
He was absolutely scoring at will in the first half. But now that the defense has picked up, don't try to do too much. Less is more.
To Davis. Goes to the left side. Beverly to Davis. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
James into the front court. It's an 8-point lead.
Hey, watch this screen left.
To Lee. Oh, Courtney Lee. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
New blood coming in for both sides. To Brogdon. Down to 5 on the 24. They get it down to Mitchell. And a throwdown. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Good defense. He had nowhere to go. The result, jump ball. Time for a breather. Mike Budenholzer turns to his bench. Lee with the basketball. His team on top by 8. James. That's good D. Shot no good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Miles Bridges. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First free throw is good. And gets both to drop at the line. Ball in possession of Cleveland. To Green. Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Augustine with the basketball. His guys trail by 10. To Miles Bridges. Finish that. To Green. Here comes the screen. Green to Lee. Fires the three. Well defended, but big basket there for Courtney Lee.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Brogdon. Five on the shot clock for Milwaukee. Tatum. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Marcus Smart. Nice pass to set things up.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
To Miles Bridges. Oh, he had him there for a second. Draymond Green. Huge block. A shot at the buzzer. That's the end of the third quarter. The Cavs with a sizable advantage. The Cavaliers start with the basketball here in the fourth quarter. And this one, Jay, not totally in the win column yet, but with a double-digit lead, you have to like their chances.
I love when I start seeing fans exit the arena so early in this game, and I hear people say, this one should be in the bag. Well, guess what? It's never a guarantee. You have to be careful not to slow down the pace of the game and take the air out of the basketball. You have to put your foot on the gas and try to win this game with a sense of urgency.
Beverly into the front court. His guys down big. Tatum. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scattering.
Oh, Courtney Lee. He's 3 for 7.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Brogdon. The Bucks with 4 to shoot. To Beverly. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Green able to pull down the rebound. Lee with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. The Bucks clear the rebound. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. Now the Cavs going to signal for timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. James gets it in the left corner to James. Runner's good there. Bucks basketball. Beverly. Here comes the screen. Sizing up the defense. To Davis. Beverly. Trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognize how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
Lee to James. Oh, had him going there for a second. Lee to Marcus Smart. From long range. Can't connect. To Beverly. Mitchell can't go down. Smothering defense.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Green. Oh, emphatic slam. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative, because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Not that time. Lee with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Here comes the screen. Green to Lee. Cavs with 4 to shoot to James. Here's a chance from long range. That's what the King does. James, the quick catch and shoot there for 3.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Number 14, Gary Harris.
Beverly.
Entering the game for the Milwaukee Bucks. Number 10, Jason Tatum.
Watch out, screen coming. Watch out.
To Davis. Big finish at the rim.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
LBJ with it. knocks it down off the step back.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
And scores, plus the foul. Patented move for Anthony Davis, and a chance at three.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Anthony Davis trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw's good to cap off the three-point play as they draw a tiny bit closer. LeBron into the front court, looking to make something happen. To Green. James buries it on the catch and shoot.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
To Davis. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Gets it to go, and the foul.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
LeBron James at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 73%. LeBron's free throw, good. Three-point play. Cavs extend the lead. Bucks at the controls. To Davis. Draymond Green rejects it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
To Marcus Smart. James. He connects with the step back.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. The Cavs are victorious as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Cavaliers put their opponents away in a blowout. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Bucks
Did not look good in this one, and neither did the score.
My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone is going to be talking about this one. Check out the leading scores for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Game track. Assists.
The Cleveland Cavaliers were very impressive in the way they shared the ball, giving each other the opportunity to not just take good shots, but great shots. That's what I believe made the difference for them in this game, that being the great assists.
Player of the game.
The chosen one put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in the zone, he just took it to another level. These are on behalf of ESPN on EA Sports. I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
And the Golden State Warriors control the tip. Yep. Dwayne Wade to Nowitzki. To Howard. Five to shoot for Golden State. Howard. Dwight Howard is going to get a chance at 3 here. 56% for his career. Nope, first one does not go. Missed the middle one. One more coming. And he converts on the free throw. Smith with it up top. They trail by 1. Adetokunbo to Rodney Hood. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Wade to Butler. Here comes the screen. Butler to Howard. They'll go to Butler, down low. Rebound claimed by Orlando. Smith with the basketball. Leads 1 to Adetokunbo. Dennis Smith Jr. Tough matchup against Butler. To Rodney Hood. Possession lies with Golden State. Dwayne Wade to Butler. Here comes the screen. And he throws it down. Big finish for Hassan Whiteside. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Dennis Smith Jr. His first effort off the mark. Magic have it. Adetokunbo to Dennis Smith Jr. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Okay, that time it was effective. But a really good defender will put that in their memory bank.
To Nowitzki. Howard to Wade. Here's Nowitzki down low. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Smith into the front court. Down by 1. To Adetokunbo. Here comes the screen. Gets it in the right corner. Dennis Smith Jr. Missed his first. That one goes.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Wade to Butler. Giannis Adetokunbo with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Jimmy Butler sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Wade. And he finishes at the rim.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Magic basketball. To Adetokunbo. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Butler into the front court. Down a point. To Whiteside. Hassan Whiteside. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Old school equals high percentage.
Smith now into the front court. He'll run the offense. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Substitutions, Orlando.
Butler. Giannis in control of the basketball. Leads just a point. Oh, stolen by the Warriors. Jimmy Butler for two. Deep two there, won't go. Into the front court comes Smith. Looking to make something happen. Drove the lane and finished strong at the hoop on that one.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Curling inside to the rim. Lays it up and in.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Here's Orlando with the basketball. Adetokunbo. Bad pass there. Warriors have it. And finishes strong.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
And they called a foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. It's Golden State basketball. Butler. Oh, I missed a short one there. Fultz into the front court. Counting down towards 1 minute to play here in the opening quarter. Missed it. How'd that not go down? Crawford. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. Fultz with the basketball. 14-13 our score. It's a 1-point game. And the slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Butler to Crawford. That pass stolen by Orlando. Slams it down. And boy, that was a lot to navigate.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Butler. Off the mark. No good. They'll let one fly from half court. The first quarter's complete. The Magic had the lead. Time to turn the page after a close first quarter. Jay, what stood out?
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter, and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
To Fultz. Adetokunbo. To Fultz. Trying to cash in. Shot by Fultz, no good.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
To Whiteside. From the outside, no good. Fultz into the front court. Leads 5. Active fans to stay with it. We'll get a jump. Shifting gears. Here come some substitutions.
Number 50, Joel.
Fultz to Adetokunbo. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Giannis with it up top. His team up by 7. To Fultz. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Hassan Whiteside. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Stepping in for the number
4-3. And drains it.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Butler to Whiteside. Hassan Whiteside. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Markelle Fultz. Almost, and he's not getting the call. Butler to bring it up. Margins 8. To Nowitzki. Backwards to the basket. 5 seconds. Time for a change. Steve Clifford makes the move to his bench. Smith to Adetokunbo. Rodney Hood above the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Hood to Adetokunbo. The jumper's off the mark. Butler into the front court, trailing by 10. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. Giannis in control of the basketball. His team on top by 8. Hood. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Nowitzki to Wade. And Jimmy Butler. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Warriors basketball. Dwayne Wade to Whiteside. Over to the right side to Wade. Howard to Butler. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Giannis with it up top. Up 6. Dennis Smith Jr. defended by Howard. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Butler to Wade. Bam Adebayo with a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Nowitzki to Butler. Has a chance. The shot by Butler, no. Orlando has it. Adetokunbo to Rodney Hood. Surveys the floor. Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a look. Somehow finds a way to get it to go. Can't fault the D.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Howard to Butler. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Hood to Adetokunbo. No good and no foul. To Howard. Butler to Howard. Able to convert inside. Giannis in control of the basketball. They lead it. 4-point game. Smith on a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Dirk Nowitzki. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots. Desperation shot here from half court. That'll do it for the first half with the Magic in front.
Time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Magic have themselves a close game after 2 quarters. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the Orlando Magic. The Warriors are within striking distance at the half.
And without question, they can put themselves in a position to win this game if they continue to rack up the assists.
These are the guys getting buckets for the Golden State Warriors.
Game track. Steals.
The story of this game so far has been the lack of ball security. Neither team can hold on to the ball, and unfortunately, it made the first half kind of tough to watch.
Player of the half.
Antetokounmpo has been making the competition look silly on the defensive end.
Who was gold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half.
Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Warriors have the basketball. Wade to Butler. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
From somebody who loved to score a lot himself, defensively, if you are guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go one direction, make him go towards his weak hand, and then contest that shot.
Here comes the screen. Fultz gets it in the right corner. To Fultz. Adetokunbo. Stuffs it down with authority.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Giannis with it up top. Tie game, third quarter. To Rodney Hood. Hassan Whiteside. Huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Markelle Fultz to Adetokunbo. Screen coming. Great feed. Jimmy Butler snatching it out of the air. And finally, play is stopped on the tie-up. Time for some new personnel into the game. Hood to Adetokunbo. Nice pass to get things going.
And when people talk about vision, people usually talk about the vision to make the pass. But how about seeing the chaos in the traffic before the pass even occurs? That's next level vision. How can I catch people out of position defensively? That's what we saw in that last possession.
Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Smith to Adetokunbo. To Dennis Smith Jr. Short jumper misses. Butler to Whiteside. John Henson able to recover with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Butler for two. Giannis in control of the basketball. Our score all even in this third quarter. Free throws coming up.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Giannis Adetokunbo. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 74% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. Two for 2 on that trip. Butler to bring it up. His group now down 2. To Wade. Dennis Smith Jr. swats it. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Orlando ball. Probing the defense to Adetokunbo. Finish that. Butler into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Giannis Adetokunbo rejects it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Dwayne Wade.
Here we go. Here we go.
Hood to Dennis Smith Jr. To Rodney Hood. The Magic with 4 to shoot. Smith now. Not that time. He missed it. Short jumper stays out. To Dennis Smith Jr. Adetokunbo. To Dennis Smith Jr. Trying to cash in. Smith shot, no good. Dwayne Wade. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Now a whistle, and Orlando is going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game. New blood coming in for both sides. Adetokunbo to Dennis Smith Jr. Not that time. Golden State at the controls. Sizing up the defense. Tyson Chandler tips it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Dennis Smith Jr., couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 69% at the line. First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. To Crawford. To Butler. He's looking for that touch.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Lets it fly from long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
To Crawford. Deep left corner.
Watch the pick. See it.
To Butler. Has a chance. Butler can't get his shot to fall. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Deep 3 at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The Magic have the lead. It's Magic basketball here as we start the fourth quarter, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
Dennis Smith Jr. Deep two there, won't go. To Butler. Jason Terry, defended by Myers-Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Butler to Howard. Superman, Dwight Howard. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Lamb sizing up Butler. To Dennis Smith Jr. Has a look. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Warriors have the basketball. To Whiteside. Butler. It's Winslow with the rebound. Smith with it up top. Up by 3. Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. To Dennis Smith Jr. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And it's Butler who grabs the rebound. To Whiteside. Scores from the post.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Reset here. Let's see what they do. From long range. Pulled down by Whiteside. To Butler. Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. Curling inside to Howard. 5 seconds to shoot. Shot clock violation. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Adetokunbo. It's a big finish.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Nothing going here on that drive. John Henson sends it away.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Possession lies with Golden State. To Crawford. Nothing going here on that drive. Crawford to Howard. Almost unlucky bounce. Smith with the basketball. Up 5. Adetokunbo to Dennis Smith Jr. Adetokunbo to Dennis Smith Jr. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
No. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Jeremy Lamb at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. First one, count it. And he makes them both. Flash at the controls. To Butler. Driving right to the basket. Down the lane to lay it in.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Coach of the Magic will use a timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with 1 remaining the rest of the way.
You're going to see the best players make in-game adjustments on the fly. The intellect of some of these superstars is off the charts. Your ability to adapt and move forward as quickly as possible in the most efficient manner will determine whether you win this game or not.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Giannis with it up top. Leads 5. Off the assist.
You hear coaches talk all the time about passing the ball on time and on target. As a passer myself, if I can deliver the ball to you in a position where I cannot give you options to think, but just go up and make the play easy, that's a win-win.
Here comes the screen. Wade to Butler. Warriors with 4 to shoot. Jimmy Butler for 2. Can't connect. Fultz with the basketball. His team up by 7. Adetokunbo to Rodney Hood. Jimmy Butler pins it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
It's Orlando's ball. Giannis Adetokunbo. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. Butler to bring it up. His guys down by 9. Here comes the screen. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Lead stands at 7. To Rodney Hood. Gets to the basket and scores.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Howard to Butler. And hits for 2.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
To Adetokunbo.
I got ball.
Trying to cash in. Giannis Adetokunbo. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout. They're down big in this 4th quarter and a chance here to empty their bench. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. To Crawford.
Entering the game for Golden State, number 50, Jamal Crawford.
To Wade. To Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki looking good. 4 for 5.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
We get a whistle. In the eyes of the ref, he meant it. Intentional foul.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
And they're going to play this one out to its conclusion as we get an intentional foul. That means free throws coming up in what is a 7-point game.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
Oops, he missed the first one. Knocks down the second after missing the first. It's Golden State basketball. Almost, and he's not getting the call. The Magic secure the victory as they take care of business at home. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Magic emerged victorious after a tight finish. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The Warriors must be devastated after such a close loss. They did a great job with their ball movement, forcing the defense to constantly make adjustments. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for the win. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Golden State Warriors.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
Antetokounmpo gets rewarded for the way he provided his teammates with plenty of easy baskets. His assist total is certainly indicative of his clever playmaking. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
The Cavs secure the opening tip. They get it first as we're underway in Cleveland. To Mo Bamba. Jason Tatum with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Oh, that's a great way to make an opening statement. It's about the team that's able to punch the other team in the mouth first. That's exactly what you want to do if you're the road team.
James to Marcus Smart. James to Green. Five to shoot for Cleveland. Green to Marcus Smart. 4-3. Marcus Smart forcing that one. Well defended. Green with the basketball. Leads a bucket. Down the lane to lay it in.
That boy's living his best life.
Ball in possession of Cleveland. James to Mo Bamba. To James. Here comes the screen. LeBron James, guarded by Gerald Green. Here's a chance from long range, not getting the bounce. Screen coming. Gets it in the left corner. Beverly. His first effort off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Mitchell with it up top. Lead is 2. To Beverly.
Screen come.
Nothing going here on that drive. Gets it in the right corner. Gerald Green. To Beverly. From long range. No good. To Mo Bamba. Deep right corner. James. To Marcus Smart. Not that time. Knocks it down from mid-range. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. LeBron matched up with Gerald Green. LeBron James missed his first. That one goes.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Here comes the screen. To Davis. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
LeBron James with the rock. To Will Barton. Green to James. Driving right to the basket. It's James, and he drains it.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Gerald Green. No, I missed a short one there. Has a look. Deep two there, won't go. Beverly into the front court. 2-point advantage. Nothing going here on that drive. It's good.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Across the timeline comes James. He'll run the offense. Nothing going here on that drive. Can't connect. Beverly into the front court. 10-6 our score. To Gerald Green. Down to 5 on the 24. Over to the right side. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim. No good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To James. Cavs with 4 to shoot. James. Message received. Well defended. Mitchell with the basketball. Leads 4. To Beverly. Anthony Davis. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for you.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. James to Will Barton. Bucks have the rebound. Brogdon to Davis. Here comes the screen. Brogdon to Davis. Anthony Davis. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
Old school equals high percentage.
LBJ. To Will Barton. Probing the defense. Barton. And the rebound gathered in by Davis. Beverly into the front court. His team on top by 8. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Anthony Davis rejects it. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. 1 quarter down. The Bucks in command of this one. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Beverly into the front court. It's an 11-point game. To Davis. The Bucks with 4 to shoot. Fires the 3, knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Miles Bridges. To Davis. Anthony Davis. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field.
From somebody who loved to score a lot himself, defensively, if you are guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go one direction, make him go towards his weak hand, and then contest that shot.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. LeBron James against the Ukrainian Len. Alex Len snatching it out of the air. Bucks at the controls. Oh, blocked away. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Cavaliers. Bell. To Beverly. Brogdon to Beverly. 5 on the shot clock for Milwaukee. And the finish. Jay, that was unguardable.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
LeBron into the front court. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. LeBron guarded by Alex Len. To Green. Curling inside. And it's Green, 4-2.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Bucks at the controls. Beverly to Brogdon. Sizing up the defense. He wants to deliver. Bell to Beverly. Draymond Green. Huge block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Shot from in close, no good. Miles Bridges to Beverly. LeBron James swats it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Now a steal by Milwaukee.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Here comes the screen. Miles Bridges goes to the right side. Beverly, it's good. Defense has to pick things up.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. LeBron James here against Green. To Green. Short jumper won't go down. Green with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Wide open look won't go.
From the player that just missed that shot, just because you're open doesn't mean you need to shoot. You can put the ball down on the ground and drive to the rim.
Screen coming. James guarded by Gerald Green. LeBron James. He's 3 for 7.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Beverly into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Screen coming. Shot from the lane won't go. To James. Alex Len sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Down low, it's Mitchell. Oh, he had it. LeBron with it up top. Down a bundle. Knocked loose. They love this hustle. Donovan Mitchell with the rock. LeBron James sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
And Draymond Green throws it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Number 23, Anthony Davis.
To Beverly. Trying to cash in. Almost, but no good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to
Stuffs it down with authority.
and no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Green with the basketball. The advantage is 13 points. Beverly gets it in the right corner. To Beverly. Davis. Tatum. He'll take that any day.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the three.
To Green. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
To Davis. Screen coming. Davis. Draymond Green pins it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
It's James controlling the offense to Marcus Smart. Oh, had him going there for a second. LeBron James. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Davis.
Screen.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Knocks it down off the step back. Late heave to beat the buzzer. That'll do it for the first half. The Bucks in control so far.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Bucks didn't hold back in that opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Cavaliers may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. These are the guys getting buckets for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Game track. Bench points.
The Cleveland Cavaliers were not given a chance to relax in that opening half. Even when the starters were on the bench, the reserves were maintaining the lead and earning their playing time.
Player of the half.
Anthony Davis has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half.
Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
To Davis. Gerald Green. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper misses.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Deep 2 there, won't go. From the outside, no good.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Davis. Bamba with the rebound. To James. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Jumper's good.
All right, you got the first bucket of the second half. Now get a stop, because honestly, that's where your troubles were in the first.
The Bucks at the controls. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
James to Marcus Smart. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
LeBron James has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 73%. Nope, first one does not go. Missed the second. 0 for 2. Green with the basketball. They lead it by 14. To Beverly. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Gerald Green. Mitchell shot off the mark. To James. Green to Marcus Smart. To Green. And it's Beverly there to grab the rebound. Bucks basketball. Probing the defense. Beverly to Davis. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
To James. Green to James. Down to 5 on the 24. James, he buries it.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Mitchell with it up top. His team on top by 13. Davis to Beverly.
Yo, clear out, clear out.
Five on the shot clock. Beverly to Davis. Going to launch beyond the arc. Won't go down. It's James controlling the offense. And 2 more points. The defense had him, but the good shooters find a way. Now the Bucks going to signal for a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Entering the game for the Bucks, number 14, DJ Augustine.
Beverly. To Davis. The Bucks with 4 to shoot. Bell to Beverly. For 3. Shot no good. You know Beverly can appreciate good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Has a chance. Off the mark.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
James. Beverly.
Green, get over, get over.
2 minutes left in the third quarter.
To Davis. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
LeBron into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. Oh, he had him there for a second. James, guarded by Gerald Green. Doesn't get the bounce. In the front court, it's Augustine. He'll run the offense. That's rebounded by the Cavaliers. Barton into the front court. His guys trail by 13. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. LeBron, guarded by Alex Len. Milwaukee with the basketball. Beverly, down low for Len. Oh, nice find for the basket.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Martin into the front court. Down by 15 to James. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Down low for Len. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. James into the front court. His guys currently down by 13.
Screen, I got your help.
Tight space with the crossover. 5 to shoot for Cleveland. LeBron James, the screen sets him up for 2. Desperation shot here from half court. That's the end of the third quarter. The Bucks in command of this one. The Cavaliers start with the basketball here in the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Scores from the post.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Beverly into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. To Brogdon. To Miles Bridges. Fires the 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
James to Marcus Smart. To James. Has a look. LeBron shot, that's no good. This will be out of bounds off of Davis. New blood coming in for both sides. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Davis. To Miles Bridges. Davis. Beyond the arc for 3. And the rebound taken down by Gallinari. To James. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Beverly. To James. Anthony Davis able to recover with the block.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
4-3. That's off the side of the rim, short. To James. Works it up top. Here's a chance from long range, and he buries it.
It just seems like everybody's getting more touches. I'm not saying who, but it seemed like the ball stopped in a certain player's hands, which forced the defense to become stagnant.
Now a whistle, and we'll get a timeout called by Milwaukee. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game.
I know the fans didn't get a chance to hear this during the break, but the coaches are wearing a mic for the broadcast. I heard a lot of arguing inside the huddle. It lets you know that the intensity level is pretty high going into the fourth.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Beverly. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Green. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Anthony Davis, defended by Draymond Green. To Beverly. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To James. Nice pass to set things up.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
They'll get it down to Davis.
I know you see this. Give me the rock.
And count the basket.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
To Beverly. Gerald Green, nice pass to set things up. Oh, he's denied.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Passed it off, leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Here comes the screen. Mitchell. That's how you defend.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
James buries the three. Bucks at the controls. To Beverly. take stock of the floor. Trying to cash in. Shot for Mitchell won't go. Across the timeline comes James. All even here in the fourth. To Marcus Smart. Goes reverse to lay it in.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. They'll take the ball out of bounds.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
And they'll get the intentional foul here with 17 seconds to go.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning the timeout.
First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. Now the Bucks gonna signal for a timeout. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a two-possession game. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer, the Cavs are victorious as they win this one by 4. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Cavaliers
got the win in a nail-biter. And whenever the game seemed to start slowing down, they came up with a block that would ignite everyone.
What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Bucks
just couldn't close this one out.
This loss is sure to be all the more bitter because of how well they shot from beyond the arc. Their percentage from three-point range was outstanding. Check out the leading scores for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
LeBron James gets rewarded for the way he provided his teammates with plenty of easy baskets. His assist total is certainly indicative of his clever playmaking. This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.
Into the front court comes Smith. He'll run the offense. To Rodney Hood. Hassan Whiteside able to recover with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Oh, bad pass there. Warriors have it. Butler into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Gets it in the right corner to Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Warriors with 4 to shoot. Has a look. Knocks it down off the step back.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Smith to Adetokunbo. Giannis Adetokunbo missed his first. That one goes.
Nasty. You better remember his number and not let that happen again.
It's Wade. To Howard. Butler. Here's Nowitzki down low. Giannis Adetokunbo tips it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Smith to Adetokunbo. Nothing going here on that drive. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Butler to bring it up. Down just a couple. To Whiteside. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Learn from that. You got to be a step ahead of the offensive player. Know that fake is coming again later.
I got ball.
Hood. Off the assist.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
To Howard. Nothing going here on that drive. Butler to Howard. Butler. His first effort off the mark. Hassan Whiteside. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Smith to Adetokunbo. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Possession lies with Golden State. Probing the defense. Wade to Whiteside. John Henson with a piece.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
To Adetokunbo. Gets a look. Can't hit. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Dwayne Wade trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. Free throw up and good. And the three-point play puts them up early in this one. Smith to Adetokunbo. On a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors. Dwayne Wade, 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Down 3. Smith to Adetokunbo. Here's a chance from long range. The danger of the Greek freak. Giannis Adetokunbo, hand in his face, still knocks it down for 3. Flash at the controls. To Crawford. Now a steal as the Magic have it.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
You've got to get that one to go. And a putback slam.
Ed, it's still early in this game, but you can't send the wrong message to the offense by letting them think they can own the glass.
Giannis with it up top. Down 2 to Dennis Smith Jr. Slam dunk. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Dwayne Wade to Crawford. Here comes the screen. Five to shoot for Golden State. The shot missed there by Crawford. Magic basketball. Smith to Adetokunbo. Oh, ferocious slam inside. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Here comes the screen. Crawford to Butler. That pass stolen by Orlando. Winslow defended by Holmes. To Adetokunbo. Deep 2 there, won't go. To Crawford.
Right.
To Monroe. Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Shot clock off as they look to break the tie. And he hits.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. And it's Smith there for the rebound. We are through one here at Amway Center with the Magic in front. Jay and I return with more from Orlando. After this, you're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Second quarter set to start. This is what we like. This game is certainly in the balance.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They've played with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
To Wade. Here comes the screen. Wade sizing up Leonard. Dwayne Wade. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Greg Monroe snatching it out of the air.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Goes to the left side.
Right.
Screen coming. Wade. Almost unlucky bounce. Adetokunbo goes to the right side. To Adetokunbo. Free throws coming up.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2. Butler into the front court. They trail by 2. Here comes the screen. Jason Terry, defended by Myers Leonard. Hassan Whiteside. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
To Rodney Hood. Oh, he had him there for a second. Spinning shot. Won't fall. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Warriors have the basketball. To Butler. Has a chance. Butler can't get his shot to fall.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Spins away from the defender. Sweet move. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Giannis Antetokounmpo at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw good to finish off the 3-point play. The lead is up to 5. To Butler. Here comes the screen. Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. 5 seconds to shoot. It's Henson with the rebound. Smith with the basketball. Up 5. Antetokounmpo to Rodney Hood. Giannis for 2. Not that time. Warriors have the basketball. Butler to Howard. Nowitzki. Taken down by Giannis. Curling inside. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Dwayne Wade to Butler. Howard to Butler. Wade to Butler. Trying to cash in. The shot by Butler, no. To Antetokounmpo. Butler to bring it up. Right now, down 7. Nowitzki to Wade. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Dwayne Wade. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Dwight Howard. Huge block. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Antetokounmpo. And the rebound belongs to Golden State. Butler into the front court. Down 4 to Whiteside. Nowitzki. Crawford to Nowitzki. Add 2 points to the board.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting.
To Rodney Hood. The Magic with 4 to shoot. Giannis for 2. Couldn't keep it in. Last touch by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Number 11, Jason Terry. And number 10, Richard Jefferson.
Warriors basketball. Dwayne Wade. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Has a look. Shot misses for Wade.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Antetokounmpo. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
To Wade. Warriors with 4 to shoot. Wade. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Giannis with it up top. Leads 1 to Dennis Smith Jr. And the reward, he's going to the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Giannis Antetokounmpo at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. First one, counted. And gets both to drop at the line. Wade. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one. Straight on 3 at the buzzer. Good. A 3 at the buzzer. Everything going right so far as they've extended the lead. That's it. First half has come to an end. The Magic have the lead.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Magic have themselves a close game after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Orlando Magic. The Warriors
Had kept it close after 1 half.
and the offensive glass was their domain. They scored plenty of second chance points, asserting themselves in the paint. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Golden State Warriors.
Game track. Assists.
We're seeing unselfish basketball in this matchup. with each team turning good shots into great shots. These squads really know how to let it flow.
Player of the half.
Antetokounmpo was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half. And I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. But even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
And now it's Flash with the basketball. To Butler. Takes stock of the floor. The screen sets him up for two. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Stuffs it down with authority.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Tie game, third quarter. Hood to Antetokounmpo. Has a chance, knocks it down off the step back.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Jimmy Butler, he's 3 for 7.
We got to tell our producer in the truck, you got to tag that highlight.
It's Orlando's ball. Antetokounmpo to Dennis Smith Jr. Antetokounmpo. The drive, right to the basket, top of the key, to Rodney Hood. Here comes the screen. Hood. Antetokounmpo. That's off the side of the rim, short. Butler to bring it up. Our score all even in this third quarter. Howard. Now a steal as the Magic have it.
Tie ball game. Make this possession count.
To Rodney Hood. Nothing going here on that drive. Count it, and the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Butler into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Layup goes down. Well done.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Giannis with it up top. Leads just a point. To Rodney Hood. Here comes the screen. Adetokunbo to Dennis Smith Jr. Goes to the left side. Adetokunbo. And the rebound taken by the Warriors. Knocked loose. Nowitzki. And he's going to the free throw line.
No, no, no. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
And he connects on the first free throw.
Good shot, man.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Fultz into the front court. His guys now down by a point. Wade against the great shot blocker Chandler. Short jumper misses. Giannis in control of the basketball. He'll run the offense. Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Butler to bring it up. His team up by 1. To Howard. Down to 5 on the 24. Butler. Not that time. He missed it. Fultz with the basketball. His guys now trailing by a point. Off the mark.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Dwayne Wade. And abuses the rim with the big finish. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Magic owned the possession to Adetokunbo. Another chance. Hassan Whiteside with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
5 to shoot for Orlando. Adetokunbo, open look. Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout as they'll talk things over in a 1-point basketball game.
Well, first off, energy and persistence conquer all things. But look at the way they're setting screens. Look at the way they're communicating to each other. They're actually hitting people on those screens, and they're coming off those screens with their hands in a target area, ready to shoot the basketball. When you play the game with that kind of precision and that kind of energy, you see why they're in the lead.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Wade to Butler. From long range. Jay, he's shaking his head. The guilty party. He knows it's better to be lucky than good.
Or he knows it was just a really bad shot that just happened to go in. But sometimes when the basketball heavens drop a gift in your lap, you take it.
Nothing going here on that drive. Fultz. Missed that one. The defender was all over him.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Markelle Fultz sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Here comes the screen. Down to Chandler. Missed a wide open look. Butler into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to play in this third quarter. Can't miss those. Here's Orlando with the basketball. Markelle Fultz. Screen coming. Sizing up the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. To Fultz. Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Jimmy Butler has got 2 shots coming. A career 83% free throw shooter. First try, no good. Misses the second as well. Smith now into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. Oh, stolen by the Warriors. Nothing going here on that drive. Easy pad to the rim.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Dennis Smith Jr. That misses with 3 seconds left. 3 quarters down. The Warriors with the lead. It's Magic basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ball game.
To Dennis Smith Jr. To Rodney Hood. Fires the 3. Rodney Hood couldn't get open. Misses the shot.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Butler curling inside. Won't go. And he scores, plus the foul. Hassan Whiteside taking all comers. He'll go to the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Hassan Whiteside trying to cash in on a 3-point play. Not the best career mark, 62%. The free throw good as he completes the 3-point play. And the lead is up to 9. Orlando has it. Smith. Tough make through traffic.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Jimmy Butler for 2. And scores on the step back. Unguardable Jet.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Smith. Here comes the screen.
Watch the screen.
To Dennis Smith Jr. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Knocks it down on the step back. That was not easy.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
That pass stolen by Orlando.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Screen coming. Smith. Oh, nice find for the basket.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
It's Golden State basketball. Surveys the floor. Butler to Whiteside. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
The Magic with 4 to shoot. Smith now. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul. Now a whistle, and Orlando is going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this 4th quarter.
And this is where habits come into play. Players think they can turn that switch on and off at their beckoning call, but it doesn't work that way. That's why coaches talk about practicing good habits on a daily basis, because they show up in the 4th.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Smith to Adetokunbo. Shot from the lane won't go. To Whiteside. Dennis Smith Jr. swats it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Five to shoot for Golden State. Whiteside. That out of his range and no good. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Butler to Nowitzki. To Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Butler for 2. That's no good. To Adetokunbo. Smith. Hassan Whiteside pins it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Smith to Adetokunbo. Hassan Whiteside sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Short jumper off the mark.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Knocked loose. Warriors come up with it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
From the outside, no good.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Doesn't have the touch. No good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Bam, out of bio. Rejects it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Butler. Now a steal as the Magic have it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Here's the call. Intentional foul. Referee all over it.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
And they're going to play this one out to its conclusion as we get an intentional foul. That means free throws coming up in what is a 7-point game.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
And hits the first free throw. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Smith into the front court. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line. Giannis Antetokounmpo, couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. Oops, he missed the first one. Missed the second as well. Butler to bring it up. His team on top by 8. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. It's the Warriors who get the victory as they get a good win on the road. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen.
The Warriors emerged victorious after a tight finish. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Golden State Warriors. The Magic must be devastated after such a close loss.
And even though they shot so well from the field, I bet they're only thinking about the shots they missed. This was a tough game to lose.
Check out the leading scores for the Orlando Magic.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
player of the game.
And what we have here are highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.